So the first thing we're going to do is go here. Well, you're going to go to dndbeyond.com. Simple. And then collections. Alright. And then click on my characters. That's your first step. And then go right here to create a character. Alright, and then we'll have some options that we'll get into next. Okay, so we're on the character creation screen, and we have a couple options. We have standard, quick build, randomized. Quick build is the easiest. So with this, you just select your race, your class, and then your name. So we can make we'll get a half-elf bard, and we'll name it, I don't know, Moople. And create a character. And it does it all for you. Just view character sheet. Now you have everything done for you. Picked your weapons, did all your stats. Pretty cool. 17 in charisma, not bad. Only problem with this is it's like jumping into WoW at max level and you don't know what any of this means. So if it's your first time, I highly suggest starting from scratch. So that way you get to know your character and kind of know what you're doing and have an idea behind your spells and your actions and all that. If you've played before and you just want to make something real quick, just have fun, go ahead and use this. But if it's your first time, we're going to go back to that other screen. We're here back at the character creation screen, and we're going to select standard. Oh, okay. Alright, go ahead and leave this as it is. It doesn't really matter. We don't have any of this content. We haven't paid for it, so it won't let us use it anyway. We'll select XP. Yes. It's a little more classic way to do everything. Hit point, type fix, leave that, leave that. We can turn this off. Leave it. It's no big deal. We probably won't even run into that issue. Actually, I don't trust you guys, maybe. But anyway, ability score modifier, that's fine. Public, leave all that. Cool. And we go here to go to the next step. Alright, now it's basically the same thing that was on the other option, the easy option, but this is where you pick your race. At the workshop, we can go over this in more detail, or you could spend some time here and looking at each race and what they do, what they're about. Afterwards, you're going to pick your class. You have a lot of fun ones to choose from. Barbarians, fighters are a lot of fun if you just want to smash stuff. Rogues can put out huge. Bards are really good. You can kind of choose. You can actually do a lot of damage with a bard, but you're also really good at manipulating situations in the game. You have high charisma. You can just end up being a lying, manipulative piece of shit and really help your team out, really change the outcome of events. You can really mess with the DM, and it's a lot of fun. If you have questions, feel free to ask me, DM me, or Google it. So we made a bard. Kind of has everything laid out for you, which is pretty nice about the digital age. Hit dice, hit points per level, etc., etc. Gives you what armor you're proficient in, what weapons you're proficient in, tools, your saving throws, your skills. You'll choose any 3. And also you get to choose musical instruments, which is kind of fun. Get one of these. I don't know what that is. I'm dumb. Got dulcimer. Those are pretty cool. And a lute. And then you choose your skills. You kind of want to pick what goes well with your character, but again, it's your character. Do whatever you want. So if you want a bard who's, skilled in the arcane, And, he's got a lot of insight and, maybe some stealth. That'd be pretty cool, I guess. Whatever. But what goes well a lot with the bard is probably performance, persuasion, and actually intimidation can work really well too since you have a high charisma score. Spellcasting, we'll tell you more about all that here, which is a lot to get into for the purposes of this video, but it's got it all laid out for you, which is pretty nice. Bardic Inspiration, cool ability, so that's cool. We've created our level 1 bard, and now we'll go on to the ability scores. Okay, so your ability scores. The most traditional method is manual, and you'll manually enter each of your scores in. And for that, you're going to need some dice. You could either use online dice if you don't have any physical dice at home, and I will explain how to do that. So what you're going to do is take 4 6-sided die, your average everyday dice, and roll them for each one of these stats. So for my first stat, I rolled a 1, a 5, a 6, and a 2. So I take out the 1, because that's the lowest score, and then add the other together, which is 13. And then you would do that for each one of these. Alright, so I rolled for each one of my stats. Normally, anything under 10, I would say just re-roll it. Also, give yourself 1 re-roll. This is honestly pretty garbage stats right here. Rolled pretty low, nothing really high. And then once you have all your numbers, you would place your highest stat in your most important stat for your class. So say I was making a bard, charisma is my highest stat. Everything's 14, but just for instance, say I had a 17. I would want that 17 instead to be here in charisma. Constitution is important. You also usually have a minor stat that's also important, which will be explained in your in the class sheet or class explanation. So you want to look that up and figure that out from there. That being said, that is the traditional way. There are other ways of doing it. There's point buy, where it gives you a set amount of points to put in. I would say this will be allowed for my campaign as well if you want to do this instead. The other way is just a little more fun. It's a little more random. You can end up with more powerful characters or really bad characters, or if you don't want to take out the 10 and have like a character who's really dumb, say you rolled like a 4, and you could just make your character, maybe he's really strong, but isn't the brightest guy, which can be fun to do as well. We're gonna get our starting equipment here. You could either choose gold. For a bard, you roll 5 4-sided dice, multiply that by 10, and that'd be your starting gold. And you can buy stuff from the D&D manual. I suggest going with equipment, and I will give you your starting equipment you can choose from. I suggest if you're a bard, rapier, because the modifier is off of dexterity instead of strength, and bards usually have higher dex than they do strength. Get an entertainer's pack, that way we can have costumes, which is really fun. We'll a loot because we're proficient with that. You get your leather armor and your dagger. A monster hunter's pack, which comes with some cool stuff for hunting monsters. And we add the starting equipment here. Don't forget to press that. And we're all set. We made a half-elf bard. You can view the character sheet. And again, the cool thing about the digital age, this is all filled out for you. Has all the modifiers from your class, your race added in there. So as you see, we started with a 17, but because of modifiers, we're all now at a 19, which gives us a +4 modifier. Modifiers work like this. So every 2 points after 10 is a +1. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 2, +2. Pretty simple. 11, nothing. See, under 10 it kind of sucks because you're already -1 intelligence. 13, that's a +1. 19, 20 would be a +5. 20 is the highest you can get. It's all kind of filled out for you here. Yeah, that's the quick little video for you guys on how to create a character. We can go into it more in depth if you guys are here for the workshop. If you have any questions, etc., etc. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.